a big debate about is Assassin's Creed woke now because they have a historical character that was actually in Japan who is like of color. And it's just like, what the fuck up? No, like, there's no Japanese protagonist. I must be imagining this Asian woman who is the one of the main protagonist. My brain must be fucking imagining this, homie. Oh, it's because everything's woke now. That's my point. That's the thing. It's not Ubisoft who's trying to do it. People are just missing the actual problems, instead choose to be kind of racist.
Who are you? Who do you serve?
Yeah, and that's why you have a ninja. She's
all I have ever known in my life.
Well, people are mad they don't get to play as a guy ninja. Like, why do you need to play as a guy?
Our customs. My family. Burns in the name of unification.
It's under Nobunaga, because it's always fucking Nobunaga. I read a little bit about it. It's under Nobunaga. That era, near the end of his era, I think. It all goes up to that end.
You are still a frog in a well, who knows nothing of the sea. The ocean's filled with new ships, but they all come from the same
Say what you want. The trailers always look mint.
river.
Like,
Greed.
yep, one side's samurai, one side's ninja, pretty much.
Power.
I know why. I hate how they have my faces.
Vengeance.
You can tell. See, everyone's like, why would you have a samurai person of color? You know how cool it looks when you have like Vikings over the British, people of color over like Japanese people? They look like absolutely towering tanks. They look so intimidating. I know, right? They should just be animated movies. I watch.
And you? Will you continue down that river?
Okay, ninjas didn't really work with anyone specifically, but they became out of popularity during this era, I'm pretty sure, because Nobunaga outlawed anyone that isn't a samurai to have a weapon and some other things. So this is when they wiped out ninjas almost.
Choose another path beyond what we
Ninjas
see.
were hired, usually.
And we must look for it. Together.
This is like more of the rise of samurai era, which ninjas are seen as disloyal because they're hired, which this era is all about loyalty.
We must learn to trust. Rebuild.
And follow the blade.
So this may be after Nobunaga rebuilt, maybe? Yeah, okay, so what people are saying, the history of this character is lost after Nobunaga dies, so... on an actual character, so there was one samurai that was black, of color, and yes, they actually existed. People debate if he is actually a samurai, because he's called a retainer in some. But retainers in this period were generally samurai too, from what I've read. I only know some basic stuff about this era. Very basic stuff. It can get bloody as fuck. There's a lot of wars.
I said, who do you serve? We are the shadows.
That served the light.
November! Good trailer. Oh yeah, well, yeah, full price, this game is freaking expensive. No doubt. I don't even know even if I was Assassin's Creed fan, would I, like, pay full price? Probably hell no. This is expensive. Oh, that's a Assassin's Creed line, isn't it? Like, that's very similar. Or I can pay $23.95 a month with Ubisoft Premium. Okay, so it starts at $99.95 in Oz. Okay. Holy shit. But look at this. Okay, that's the Ultimate Edition. So you can get for $100 Oz, which is the $70 American or something, you get the base game pre-order bonus. 160 Oz. Base game pre-order bonus season pass, 3-day early access. Your 130 is $190 in Oz. It's almost a $200 if you want the Ultimate Edition. Base game pre-order bonus season pass, 3-day early access ultimate pack. This is all you get for it. The Assassin's Creed Shadows Ultimate Pack contains a character pack, including gear and weapon sets for both now and your skin. The Sikarara Beast and Dragon Tooth Trinket. Hideout pack, including 4 unique ornaments to customize a hideout for your Shinobi League. Oh, you get a hideout? Spoilers! 5 skill points. The Red Dragon filter. So we get to do some Skyrim level building a home. But fuck off. You remember when you used to spend $200 on a pre-order and you'd get like a figurine or an art book or something? I get some digital bullshit for $200. Sorry, sorry, I know this is more fiery than I usually do, but this fucking annoys me. Pre-orders that expensive used to give you some good stuff. This is why I have not pre-ordered other than Final Fantasy VII, because Kingdom Hearts 3, I pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition and it had an art book in it. It came as a mini art book. And all the extra stuff was like $2 buttons. And I'm like, the pre-orders are trash nowadays. Oh, I completely I have the Sasuke figurine to it. Ultimate Ninja Storm pre-order. I think it was 4 or 3. It was like $200. Came with the whole fucking Sasuke or Naruto fighting figurine. Because it was the end of the series. And you could get both and they connected together like they were fighting. These are proper figurines. And that's what you got for $200 back then. Release date 247 with limited in-game emote. But I remember the premium Ops 3 literally came with a mini fridge. They used to be so good. Now they don't want to give you anything actually physical. Yeah, fuck off the 3 days early access. That's trash can. Honestly, 3-day early access should be for pre-ordering in general. May as well fucking... What does the season pass even do? Includes a bonus quest on day 1 with additional unlockable content as well as 2 upcoming expansions. So, you get the DLC that they want to charge you again for. It's going to have 2 DLC that they're going to charge you for if you don't get the season pass. Fucking course. Fucking course. Exactly. I miss it so much when you used to actually get cool stuff. And it was worth actually... This is why mortar stores are dead. It's not just because of digital items on stores. Killing EB Games, yep. And stuff like that. It's because they don't have like enough good pre-order items that no one goes at midnight to pick it up anymore or wants to go into a store because they don't actually come out with physical stuff. Pre-owned version. Yeah, they fucking hate pre-owns too. Pre-owned market was the shit back in the day. Like I remember going through the pre-owned bundle as a kid. People would say it was trash, but that was the only way a kid could afford games back then. And you'd go through all the PS3 games and PS2 games, trying to find your $10 find of beautifulness. I got like Final Fantasy X for like $18 $20 because of the the bin. I got like Shodoken 4 at a random as fuck game. It was like, you would get the most random shit in there, even Japanese games. But nowadays, you're paying premium for anything Japanese imported because they don't make as many games for the West. See, okay, $200. But look, at least with this 360, you get a whole look at that figurine. But this is so marked up compared to what it used to be. Figurines are so expensive, man. But even then, all you get is the figurine. Yeah, you get the Ultimate Edition, but I don't know. It's okay. Here we go. So honestly, I still think it's kind of marked up high, but this one at least you get a scroll, you get a book, you get art cards, you get a figurine. So realistically, you're paying almost $200 for just the digital. And then this is $360. So $160 more. You get art books, you get maps, you get a 2-person figurine, a war scroll, an art book, some cards, and everything. It just shows more that the Ultimate Edition digitally is such a fucking ripoff. Yeah, because like, there's no way all this it only cost them $170 or something. It just shows the digital is a rip, and in this could be particularly cheaper. I bet they could have sold this for $300. Way more palatable price. It's because their digital is just so marked up. It's ridiculous. It's a sad thing when the digital thing is so marked up compared to physical items that has to be shipped. But like, that actually looks really nice. That, like, talking about that, like, the in-person looks nice. I love when they add figurines to this. But I bet that art book is 84 pages. Oh, not bad. But still, but it's probably a mini one. I hate when they're mini. I hate mini art books. Yeah, indeed. But yeah, so that would probably be a lot cheaper. But that's the thing, when the digital product is so expensive, it makes it impossible to go for the physical product. Who can really afford almost $400 for an Ultimate pre-order? Unless you're making quite a lot. Because the Ultimate Edition just pushes it up so high. PVC. I'm not enough on the figures anymore. Is that the good shit or the not? So it's hard to say. But yeah, it looks good. It really does. It would actually tempts me to play an Assassin's Creed game, but I just know from what everyone says, it's gonna be a disappointment because every Assassin's Creed has been doing terribly. So it would actually be surprising if they do well. But all the controversy about it's a female ninja, blah blah blah, and I can't believe you picked the only person of color in history. And it's like, yeah, but the point is, his history is vague. One thing you have to realize, and I'm doing squats as we do this, is when you pick someone to insert and change their history, they do it in history novels too. You want someone with a vague history, because no one can tell you, well, that wasn't fucking true. And it's like, yeah, but how do you know, bitch? It's vague. They do it all the time in historical novels. They pick the most vague guy ever because it's like, you can't prove it didn't happen.